Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. We've just gotten update 2.15 for No Man's Sky Beyond, and I'm really excited because we're finally getting a new storyline as a part of the community events. I'll read to you what Sean Murray said about it in just a minute, but I'm going to fly into the Nexus. Oh, there's a space battle going on. I think I can avoid it though. Yeah, I'm gonna fly into the Nexus and see if we can see some of the new stuff they just added in this update. Uh, you may not realize it, but one of the reasons I have been doing less No Man's Sky videos lately is because I was having a crashing problem. I tried live streaming about a week ago, and I crashed when I used a Terminus portal, and I discovered that anytime I tried to use a Terminus portal to go to one of my bases, my game always crashed. But I've heard they fixed that problem in this update as well. But anyway, let's look at this real quick. Okay, there's nothing new yet. So we'll see about that later. Oh, there's something over here. Okay, so this is really cool. They added a progress bar for the community event up on top of the Quicksilver bot. So you no longer have to interact with him and go into a menu to see the progress. You can see the progress bar up here. Although that is a little silly because, I mean, you have to come in here to see the bar anyway. But I don't know. It's kind of a neat little feature. I don't know if it was really needed very much because we can also see it in our mission log and also interact with him. But I guess it's kind of cool to be able to see the progress bar above the thing, but I don't know. It's kind of unneeded, but it's still pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna read you what Sean Murray said about the new missions that we're getting. So this is on the No Man's Sky website. It's No Man's Sky Beyond Development Update number 3. I'm just going to read you part of it here. Weekend missions. Very shortly, the Space Anomalies' first weekend mission will go live. NADA's space-time loom has detected a concerning pattern resonating across the universe, and they need help from their explorer friends to investigate. Readings indicate a disturbance in reality where an anomalous and possibly sinister force has begun to leak through to this universe. These weekend missions, which bring explorers together on a specific planet, will tell a story that will unfold over the coming months. They also offer significant Quicksilver rewards. Travelers will find a new chapter available at the Nexus each week, and this will continue for the foreseeable future. Some other new features that they added was featured bases. This is something that they mentioned right before Beyond came out, that they were going to have featured bases in the Nexus, that you could travel to a special featured base, but it either didn't work or they just didn't get around to making that. There was a spot in the Nexus portal. I'll show you, and let's go check it out, because since we're here anyway, we'll go to the Nexus portal. There was always a slot on the Nexus portal for featured bases, but there was never anything there, and I didn't know if maybe it was just a PC thing or if the whole feature wasn't available to anybody. But let's see if it's working now, because it's supposed to be featured. Oh, are these the featured ones? Or did I not switch the page? Okay, here we go. So these are the featured ones. Nice. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and go visit one of these featured bases. I would, but I'm worried about crashing. I don't, just in case they haven't fixed the crashing yet, I'm not going to go to a featured base now, but I'll probably do that later this weekend. But anyway, I am super excited about the weekend missions because it's adding a new storyline, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know that storyline in No Man's Sky is like my main thing. That's what I like the best. Atlas Rises is still my favorite update because it added a big new storyline. And I talked just recently about how I liked that the first community events last year had a storyline, but this one did not, has not so far. So we've been having these new community missions to get Quicksilver, but there's been no storyline. And I kept lamenting that I was afraid they weren't going to do a storyline this year, but now they are. We're going to get special weekend-only missions that will tell a story. Now, so far, the storyline is pretty much exactly the same as it was last year. Nada and Polo are getting a mysterious signal, and you need to go investigate it, which seems to be like the way every No Man's Sky storyline starts. That's how the Atlas Rises storyline started, that's how the community event started last year, and now that's how this community event is starting. But I guess that's kind of just No Man's Hello Games' style. The way they write their stories is there's a mysterious signal in outer space and you need to go investigate it. And then things, start to develop from there. And hopefully it will form into more of a unique storyline that will learn some cool stuff. Oh, and it also said that there is a anomalous and possibly sinister force beginning to leak through to this universe. If you know me, again, I'm always talking about all the illusions in all the lore in No Man's Sky that talk about a mysterious sinister force, the Abyss, the World of Glass, something called, what was it called? There's all this different lore, like the abandoned building lore that talks about sinister evil forces and stuff, but we've never really seen that ever in No Man's Sky. We still only ever fight Sentinels, Predators, and Space Pirates. Never any kind of mysterious, powerful force, other than the Sentinels when they get really mad. But Sentinels are just, space cops. They're not some kind of mysterious evil force. So that's something we've always wanted, or I've always wanted in No Man's Sky, an actual villain, an actual antagonist that is actually evil and dangerous and not just an annoying floaty robot that slaps your hands for messing up the environment. It would be nice if we're actually going to get this. I mean, we've gotten things like that before, like the Abyss supposedly was going to have the Abyss update. There have been allusions to the Abyss in lore that made it sound like some kind of evil force. But then when we got the Abyss update, it was just an update to Oceans. And there were some new enemies added, like the Abyssal Horrors. But there was still no real intelligent antagonist added to the game or anything like that. There was more lore that talked about it, but never any actual solid interaction with anything like that. Like, there's never been an evil force that actually talks to us. We just read about it after the fact in lore. So will that happen again? Are we just going to get more lore about an evil force that we never actually see? Or are we finally going to get to actually meet and interact with some kind of evil antagonist? I don't know. It would be nice if we did, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too much. But I am glad that there's going to be an actual narrative, an actual storyline with the community events. And because it's always going to be on the weekend, it's looking like my Outer Worlds playthrough may have to be postponed, because I was doing that on the weekends. I was live streaming it on the weekends and then uploading the videos for it to YouTube during the week. But if we're going to be having a new No Man's Sky storyline every weekend with the community events, I'm definitely going to do that, but it may not take up my whole weekend. We're going to have to wait and see what they're like. I'm guessing they probably will be pretty short. They may just be like one Nexus mission that has a bit of a storyline to it, and then you're done with it. I don't think it's going to be like really long and last all weekend. So hopefully I'll be able to do the new storyline events on the weekend, and also do some Outer Worlds live streaming. But I'll definitely be doing the No Man's Sky stuff. That's about it. Oh, the other thing is that the head first tier was unlocked. Unfortunately, I'm 100 Quicksilver short, I think. Let's see, what does it cost? Yeah, I'm 50 Quicksilver short. So I would be doing this in this video, but I need to go do a Quicksilver mission, and then I'll probably make a separate video of me purchasing Iteration Gemini's head, and all that. But that's the other thing, is that tier has been unlocked, so you can now buy that if you want, which wasn't part of the update. We just happened to unlock it today at the same time. But anyway, that's it. We got a new update, and we're going to be getting new storyline missions this weekend, so look forward to that. And the first tier of the new community event has been unlocked. So anyway, I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.